Hi, good morning. I'm Councillor Glen, and this is my update for Saturday, February the 8th. This morning, I'm in Abbottsville Crossing at Lee Boltwood Park at the skating rink here. Lee Boltwood Park is right on Abbott Street at Malahat. And we want to say a big thank you to Imad and all the volunteers who keep this rink looking great. They've been flooding it this week. They've been shoveling the snow off of it. Lots of work to keep the rinks up and running. Thank you to volunteers at all 14 of Stittsville's rinks. They are looking great this year, and hoping to check all of them out over the next few weeks of the winter here. Great winter for outdoor rinks. Lots going on. It's been a week. I wanted to highlight something though that's coming up in a couple of weeks. February 22nd, it is the coldest night of the year fundraising walk. There are fundraising walks happening all over the city for some great organizations. Here in Stittsville, our walk will support the Lionhearts, which is a Stittsville organization that's focused on food recovery. They get food to people in need. It goes to food banks, it goes to emergency shelters, a great cause. And there's a few ways that you can participate. You can join my team, or you can sign up your own team of friends or neighbors and coworkers and take part. You can donate some money, which is another great way that you can support, or just come out and walk with us. All the details are on their website, Coldest Night of the Year, Ottawa, Stittsville. I'll put the link in the notes below so you have that. By the way, we're starting to catch up on Canada. The one in Canada is a fundraiser for another great organization, Western Ottawa Community Resource Centre. It'd be great to get some more people participating and some more dollars raised for Lionhearts here in Stittsville. Thanks to everybody who has participated so far. It's great. It's been a snowy week, and I just had a few notes about the snow. When we get a big snowfall like yesterday, I think there was 10 to 15 centimeters in some areas of Ottawa. For residential streets, the plowing typically starts after the last snowflake has fallen, so at the end of the snowfall. And at the high end, it can take 12 to 16 hours to complete all of the beats. There's routes that the snow plows take. It's all GPS tracked. The main roads get plowed a lot earlier, and sidewalks will get plowed earlier usually as well. If you think your street has been missed after about 12 or 16 hours, call 311. It does happen sometimes, and after a snowstorm, we sometimes find a sidewalk or a street that's been missed, but we can get them deployed, so call 311 for that. And when you do see snow equipment out there, snow plows, sidewalk plows, keep your distance. Stay well back. Give them the space they need to do their work, and they'll be able to complete that work a lot faster. So thanks for your cooperation. A lot about LRT this week. I just wanted to alert folks to a couple things for this weekend. Tomorrow, February 9th, Line 1 LRT, they're going to be doing some testing to integrate the Eastern Extension. So there's some reduced hours for LRT Line 1 on Sunday. Line 2 and Line 4 continues to run from Monday to Saturday. So they're still phasing into the full launch, not running on Sunday, so they have an extra day to do some maintenance and trialing and testing and training and so on. But probably in March, we're going to see that going up to a full 7 days. We've had great ridership, by the way, for Lines 2 and Line 4. We're going to be getting an update this week at Transit Commission, so I'll share that next week. And there's been a lot of talk about transit and the future of LRT and funding for LRT and so on and so on. I'm not going to get into that here on my video, although I would like to say it's great to see the major political parties in Ontario talking about transit in Ottawa, which is great. I was not expecting that this early in the campaign. This week at City Hall, we introduced a buy local or buy Canadian motion in response to the uncertainty with these tariffs and the importance of supporting Canadian companies and local companies. Now, most of the procurement we do at the city is already done with Canadian companies and often with Ottawa companies, but we've directed staff to, we will be, if approved by council this week, we'll be asking staff to just look at, are there more ways that we can update our procurement policies so as much as possible is being done domestically here in Canada. So that's good. On my website, glengower.ca, you're going to find now a transcript of our primary care health hub meeting from the other week, along with a video, so check that out. And been a lot about healthcare lately. Yesterday I was at the Queensway Carleton Hospital learning about their project to expand their emergency room and add more beds to the hospital. Just quickly here, the Queensway Carleton Hospital sees about 80,000 patients a year in their emergency room. They have far outgrown what that emergency room was originally designed for. But 80,000 patients a year is what Queensway Carleton sees. It's also what the Ottawa Civic Hospital sees. It's also what the Ottawa Hospital sees. And the interesting thing is the Queensway Carleton Emergency Department is about half the size, has half the capacity of the Civic or the General. So they're doing a real push to get some funding from the province to do an expansion. The other thing is, if you think about it, Queensway Carleton, their catchment area is west of Woodruff Avenue. There's one hospital in Ottawa west of Woodruff Avenue. Maybe if you count Carleton Place in Almont, you could add that in. But if you go east of Woodruff Avenue, there's the Montfort, there's the Civic, there's the Ottawa Hospital. There's a couple rural hospitals out of further east too. So we really need our fair share of hospital funding and hospital space here in the West End. So that's something we'll be talking a little bit more about as we go here. Another thing I participated in on Thursday morning was kind of a, pardon me, a workshop or launch with city staff and partner agencies focused on community and social services to help people who are experiencing homelessness. And the workshop was to launch the results of the point-in-time Homelessness Survey or homelessness count to try to get a better understanding of how many people are homeless in Ottawa. And this was done back in October, and they believe there are close to 3,000 people and also about 550 people who are living really outside or in encampments night after night. So we talk about people who are homeless. Many of them have access to a shelter, an emergency shelter, or some kind of a supportive housing or transitional housing, but many people still are unsheltered. There's a lot being done in Ottawa through the city and through partner agencies, and there have been hundreds of additional transitional housing and emergency shelter spaces created, but it's still not enough. So there's still a lot of work to do. I'm going to share some information probably over the weekend about this survey and the information from it, but you can check out ottawa.ca as well. They've got an interactive dashboard where they've shared some of that information. It's a really good resource, so please check that out if you're interested. Also on my website, there's information about Para Talk, February 12th and 13th. This is for Para Transpo customers. OC Transpo wants to hear from you. It's a way that they've been doing, gathering feedback from Para Transpo users. They've been doing some events in person over the past few months. This one's virtual, online, February 12th and 13th. Go to my website or octranspo.com for more information. Coming up here in Stittsville, we have a couple of traffic safety meetings, February 18th for Springbrook in Amberwood and February 26th for Kittiwake in Timbermere. Both of these are about potentially adding some speed humps on the roads there, but we want to get some feedback from residents before we move ahead with any of that. Wanted to remind folks again this week about school safety and traffic. Again, please obey the signage around no parking and no stopping and no U-turns. Just be extra careful and patient and courteous if you're driving through those zones. We had our traffic team out at Shingwàkons earlier this week over on Rouncy and on Cope, and they are going to add, in the springtime, they're going to add some extra restrictions around U-turns and clarify some of the parking there. Yeah, it's, as I always say, it's not there to inconvenience you. It's there for the safety of kids and staff and parents there. So please obey the rules. Upcoming events today, this morning, and early afternoon at Johnny LaRue Arena, there is a Valentine's market, so check that out. This evening at the Main Street Pub is Jamming for Jack, a great fundraiser with a lot of local bands playing there. Coming up on Family Day, join us at CARDELREC. There's going to be some free activities for families. Lots going on. Family Day, CARDELREC. I think that's a week from Monday. And I wanted to say thank you to the men at St. Thomas Church for inviting me to join you for prayers and pints on Thursday evening. Great conversation. And thank you to everything that St. Thomas is doing here in the community as well. Okay, that's it for me today. It is going to be a great weekend for outdoor sports. Outdoor rinks, cross-country skiing. I think I'm going to head over to the Amberwood Golf Course today for some cross-country skiing. So get out there and explore the community, enjoy the outdoors, and I'll see you here next Saturday. Take care.